child's eyes, you are more than you see into space.
Please be seated. Fy enw yw Nia a cydweithgwaith sydd gyda ni heddiw yw Karen. Ar ran John a Will hoffwn eich croesawu chi gyd yma i Turner House. Mae'r ddau wrth ei bod chi yma heddi i rannu yn ei epusrwydd, a'i gwyliau'n datgan a'i haddewidion priodas. My name is Nia, and my colleague with me today is Karen. On behalf of John and Will, I'd like to welcome you all here to Turner House. It means a great deal to them that you can be here to share with them in their happiness and to witness their marriage vows. John and Will will also wish for us to pause for a moment and remember two very special family members who are no longer with us. Sheila, John's mum, and Glenn, Will's brother. This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. You are here to witness the joining in matrimony of David John Robert Diggers and Sean William Lee Summers. If there's any person present who knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they must declare it now. Before you joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make. Marriage in this country is the union of two people voluntarily entered into life to the exclusion of all others. The purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life, and that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanent and continuing commitment. We trust that these things will come true for you both. A happy and successful marriage must be created. It calls for honesty, patience, and sometimes a little bit of humour. It means loving your partner as they are and for what they are, and remembering to show love and affection. Add trust, understanding and encouragement, and you have the basis for a very good marriage. It's never been too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you. It's not only marrying the right person, it's also being the right partner. You are now to become the right partners. A nawr, gai groesawu Diane. Chwaer John o blaen. Diane, John's sister, will now recite a Welsh poem. Diolch.
Mi gerdded gyda thi dros lwybrau maith, a blodau can y breuddwyd ar ein taith. Bydd lygad syllab a dal dy law, mi gerdded gyda thi beth bynnag ddaw. Mi gerdded gyda thi pan fydd y lloer felly seren yn y nen ar noson oer. A ddawa fi ti'n halon i'r llwyr, mi gerdded gyda thi trwy roriau hwyr. Mi gerdded gyda thi trwy weddill foes, pan fydd y hael ar ffrind i'r dyddiau'n groes. A pan ddaw alwa draw pwy'r pawr, mi gerdded gyda thi i'r freuddwyd fawr.
Diolch yn fawr i ti yn Bendigedd. Diolch yn fawr. Gofynnaf yn awr i chi ddatgan nad oes rheswm na fel na ellir yn gyfreithlon eich uno mewn priodas. Ac mae o'ch gwirfodd yr ydych yn ymgymryd ar dylswydd ar stad hon. John, troi ateb gyda'r gair ydw i'r cwestiwn nesaf. Ydych chi David John Robert Davies yn rhydd yn gyfreithlon i briodi Sean William Lee Summers?
Ydw.
Ateb ydw i'r cwestiwn. Ydych chi Sean William Lee Summers yn rhydd yn gyfreithlon i briodi David John Robert Davies?
Ydw.
Diolch yn fawr. Mae John a Will am briodi a mae bod yn caru gilydd ac yn gyflawn yn hwmni gilydd. Mae'r cariad hwn yn ei tynnu nes, a bellach maen nhw'n awyddus i gadarnhau eu perthynas yn gyhoeddus. Maen nhw am gynnig y math o sicrwydd i gilydd a geir o wneud addewidion gweithiant a'i cadw'n ffyddlon fel rhan o'n rwymiad cyfreithlon. John a Will, cam yma'n rhaid i'r ddau ohonoch ei gymryd o'ch gwirfodd a thrwy gytundeb llwyr i'w priodas. Felly, trwy ymateb ydw i'r cwestiwn nesaf. John, wyt ti'n gwbl fodlon priodi a Will?
Ydw.
Will, wyt ti'n gwbl fodlon priodi a John?
Ydw.
Diolch i'ch deg. The moment is now come for John and Will to marry before you, witnesses. If you are able, could you please stand? John yn gynta, nid i ailadrodd ar y nôl. Yr wyf fi, David John Robert Davies.
Yr wyf fi, David John Robert Davies.
Yn dy gymryd di.
Yn dy gymryd di.
Sean William Lee Summers.
Sean William Lee Summers.
Yn ŵr priod cyfreithlon i mi.
Yn ŵr priod cyfreithlon i mi.
Rwy'n addo dy garu'n dyner.
Rwy'n addo dy garu'n dyner.
Dy anwylo.
Dy anwylo.
A barchu.
A barchu.
Chwerthin gyda thi.
Chwerthin gyda thi.
A wylo gyda thi.
A wylo gyda thi.
Cyd gerdded a thi.
Cyd gerdded a thi.
Mewn tristwch.
Mewn tristwch.
Llawenydd.
Llawenydd.
Salwch.
Salwch.
A henant.
A henant.
Gan wynebu bywyd
gan wynebu bywyd
gyda'n gilydd,
gyda'n gilydd,
beth bynnag a ddaw.
beth bynnag a ddaw.
I promise to tenderly love you,
I promise to tenderly love you,
to cherish and respect you,
to cherish and respect you,
to laugh with you,
to laugh with you
and cry with
and
you,
cry with you,
to walk with you in sorrow,
to walk with you in sorrow,
joy,
joy,
illness, and age,
and age,
facing life together,
facing life together,
whatever it may take.
whatever it may take.
Yeah. Will? Will? Okay. If you repeat after me to begin with. Erwy fi, Sean William Lee Summers,
Yr o'i fi, Sean William Lee Summers,
yn dy gymryd di,
yn dy gymryd di
David John Robert Davis,
David John Robert Davis,
yn ŵr priod
yn ŵr priod
cyfreithlon
cyfreithlon
i fi.
un.
I read you first.
Roi'n ymddiriad yn ein cariad yn rhywunag unrhyw beth rydw i'n ymddiriad yn fy mywyd. Roi'n addo dy garin serthog, rhannu fy mywyd yn agored gyda ti. I dy gyleddu a dybachu, i chwerthin a chrio gyda ti, i gedred gyda ti mewn tristwch, llawenydd, salwch ac henod. Wynebu bywyd gyda'n gilydd fel hwyr, un anteb at a tro. I trust our love more than anything I've trusted in my life. I promise to affectionately love you, share my life openly with you, to cherish and respect you, to laugh and cry with you, to walk with you in sorrow, joy, illness, and age, facing life together as husbands, when adventurous.
We now come to the exchange of rings. A wedding ring is the ancient and traditional way of sealing the contract you have just made. It is an unbroken circle which symbolises unending love and is the outward sign of the lifelong promise that you have made to each other. And Dave is going to help us with the rings. Diolch, Dave. Dave, the first ring we need is Will's ring. If you pass it to John. So, and Dave, if you step first. Okay. Place it on the ring finger halfway up and then repeat after me. Okay. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
of my endless love to you.
of
for you.
my endless love for you.
All that I am
All that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I bring to you.
I bring to you.
May this ring
May this ring
remind us
remind us
of this moment
of this moment
and the commitment
and the commitment
I have made to you.
I have made to you.
And slide it.
It's warm.
Dave. Ring finger halfway up and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
of my endless love for you.
of my endless love for you.
All that I am
All that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I bring to you.
I bring to you.
May this ring remind us
May this ring remind us
of the moment
of the moment
and the commitment
and the commitments
I have made to you.
I have made to you.
You were like,
Yeah, fine. This thing here. There we go. Oh, we like to. You've had the fun for the last 20 minutes, haven't you? Sorry, dears.
okay.
Okay.
Once in a lifetime, we Someone who touches not only your heart but also your soul. Once in a lifetime you discover someone who stands beside you, not over you. You find someone who loves you for who you are and not for who you could be. Once in a lifetime you find someone as you have found each other. John and Will, you've sealed your marriage vows by the giving and receiving of rings. We who are present and others who are absent hope that the inspiration of the day will never be forgotten. May you continue to love one another, and may the strength of your love help you to realise success in your future life together. I am delighted to tell you that you are now husband and husband. Just finish my sentence. And you've made now straight a celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, Fringe, if you'd like to sit while John and Will sign the marriage schedule.
Kiss me down by the broken tree house. Swing me upon the hanging tide. Bring your flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Whoa, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Leave me.
Mr. Summersdale.
Just a few points of order before we start. Safety first. Please don't let off any fireworks inside. Your emergency exits are here, here, and here. Please use pogo sticks responsibly. If you do a backflip, do it safely. No. And if anyone requests any George Ezra, They will be put in a slow cooker.
We are your hosts, mistresses of ceremony, if you will. And welcome everyone to this most special day. This is my lovely companion, Liza Minnelli.
And this is Hate Bush.
So, a few years ago, I say a few years ago, it was about 2012, 2013, I had a night out in Bristol and I came across a vision of a woman, legs for days, hair teased so much you could say it was bun. Now, a few weeks later, working away in Admiral Customs Services, I was brought my 18 fresh out of training, and this young, fresh-faced boy comes up to me. He's like, "Were you in the Queen's Shilling a couple of weeks ago?" I was like, "Yeah." "Don't you remember talking to the chaplain?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "That was me." And it's just been finished.
Thank you. So I met Will and John dancing around in a festival in London with my brother from another mother here, who immediately left us. We then spent the next 10 hours dancing around, professing our undying love, and arranging for me to visit 5 months later, which is a bit weird in hindsight. But we did it, and then I met Winston and decided to keep him. But they are such good people, and I think you'll all agree, beautiful inside and out. To be here to celebrate your love, and I can't, that is something that should be truly celebrated. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. But we all know why we're here. It's not for them, it's for us.
When he says us, he means Brim. Welcome to the floor.
Well, what can I say? My name is Bren, I'm John's father, and I welcome you all here today and hope you're enjoying yourselves. Now, obviously Will and John has put me and Lee through a lot of worry and stress trying to, get together some stories or make this speech. John, being such a meticulous person as he is, everything's been planned to the T, even down to how many minutes I had to. And I didn't know where to start, to be honest. I looked on YouTube. I came across some American comedian after dinner speeches by the name of Foster Brooks. But he was always drunk and going all over the place and coming out with things which wasn't appropriate. And I thought, well, no, I better not do this. Well, embarrass John and Will. I thought, I'll practice a bit of, pretend I've got a stutter. And I timed myself 4 minutes. I didn't go much further than congratulating you both. I gave up on that as well. So obviously Diane told me then, well, write some bullet points down. And I started on that, and my number 1 bullet point was shoot myself. I have to carry on. So I've got to share a few stories of John growing up as a young boy, and he was good overall. He was bad, but he had quite a devious side to him, because when him and his sister were playing around, John had this habit of annoying Diane quite a bit. and annoy her to the point where she got really nasty and shouting. And John's such a good boy, never had the row. So Diane ended up having the rows. But he did show at a very young age his talent for not being a show-off, but he did like the limelight. And he was a good academic. He did study well, and everything had to be precise, very meticulous in his work. And I remember he entered a competition with the Royal Mail for the best letter writer of the year for Wales, and he came second. And I congratulated him and told him, "Well, you're a clever boy, John." "Yes, I know," he told me. "Well, how long have you felt that you're a clever boy?" "Well, hold on a minute. I was born the 12th of September." But then he showed his talent to be an entrepreneur, and every Saturday night, winter time, we used to go down the cellar and have film shows. You remember it well, John? I had acquired a lot of old road safety films. Mr. Tufty, anybody remember Mr. Tufty? And it did show his talent for being a businessman. He would lay all the chairs out in the basement in the afternoon, ready for the film. And we had a few of the family over and friends. And then John would be, I would be the projector operator, and he was the cashier on the door, charging everybody, I can't remember, it was 50 pence to come in. Even down to planning the break halfway through. He had squash and biscuits for everybody. We used to charge 10 pence. But the things I can remember he did with me and Diane every evening after we had our supper and taking them up to bed, we had to attend the classroom. Remember Diane? Where he had all these lessons prepared for us, and you would hand out the sheets to us, and we had to answer the questions. Or he would read from a chapter from a book, and he would question us then what was the story. So obviously, I was tired after work, and Diane, who was 4 years younger, she, couldn't concentrate on such advanced lecturing. So John used to get very, very annoyed with me. He used to hit the desk and tell us, "You've got to listen to me." And then we would leave that session before going to bed, and he'd give us a slip each, 50 lines each. You must answer these questions properly. So it did show, what was the beginning of being an entrepreneur and a businessman. I could go on and say a lot more stories, but being as he's given me 4 minutes, I want to bring this to an end. Leads me on to extending a very warm welcome to Lee, Sarah, and the family, to the Davies family then, which obviously I've known you for a number of years, and I respect and taken you as part of the family for a long time. So welcome to the Davies family. Now, that's tradition, I suppose, on an occasion like this. we've got to offer, the parents have got to offer advice to their children. But what advice can I offer, John? You've done more in the short period than I've ever done in my life. So really, I think I'll have to go to John and Will for advice. So the only thing I can do is, on behalf of Diane and the family, is to congratulate you on being married and wish you all the luck, health for the future, and hope your marriage will be a long one. So I ask you all to raise your glasses to toast for John and Will. For John and Will. John and
Maybe we now have Lee.
I wish I got through it.
How many sheep have we got there?
Yeah, so it won't be long. Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Lee and I'm Sean's dad. Sean is my firstborn. I can't share with you any funny or comical moments of what Sean got up to when he was growing up, because he was always a sensible, thoughtful and sincere person you all know and love. What I will say is those very attributes, together with hard work and a lot of effort, have rewarded him with many accomplishments, prosperity and goals. Every parent wants their child to be successful and achieve bigger and better things than what they had done. Well, I look at my firstborn, and I know that one goal his mum and I have achieved. I think that true happiness is only attained when you have a partner to share the highs and the lows, the dreams and achievements with. Sean and John have been together for some 16 years, realising several of those dreams and achievements, with lots of highs and lows to contend with in between. They've stuck it out, and to their credit, both have become successful in building their own professions, acquiring property and becoming landlords. Goals they and their families can be proud of. It's only natural and fitting that the next step in their lives is to cement and forge an even stronger bond and commitment to each other, which they have done today, inviting us all to share in their big day and to witness them declare their love for one another. If I were to give either one any advice, I would say a happy marriage is the union of two good forgivers. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times and always with the same person. I'd like you all to raise your glasses and drink a toast to Sean and John. Here's to a lifetime of friendship, purpose and unconditional love. To Sean and John.
Nothing to see here. Very naturally, yes. Can the best Dave please stand up? The other best.
Thank you very much. I'm Dave, I'm Will's best man. As you know, we've all been given very strict instructions to keep it to 5 minutes, so I promise this is not going to take too long, okay?
It is perfect.
There once was a man called Will, who chatted me up at the till. I mean, it was a bar in a cafe at a board game social, but who cares? So there once was a man called Will who chatted me up at the till. He said, "Hey, you lad, you don't look so bad." And here he is, step with me still. There once was a pair of chaps who wandered over a schnapps. Again, it was probably a Malibu Coke white wine spritzer, but who needs historical accuracy when you can have limericks, isn't it? So there once was a pair of chaps who wandered over a schnapps. And the rest is history. There is no mystery. Friends for life, until we collapse. There once were two best friends who could be silly and laugh like total bell ends. But like two little bros from our heads to our toes, our platonic love transcends. Right, enough with the soppy limericks. I think we all know how much I adore this silly bugger over there, and his equally adorable and equally silly husband, of course. I've been friends with the pair of them now for many years, and there's too many a story I can tell. But a few of them stand out, and as Will's best man, I'd be remiss not to tell them. Although, judging by Will's look on his face right now, he's telling me to behave. Well, there once was a best man called Dave who really didn't want to behave. He'd been told to give a speech, strictly 5 minutes each. So I think I'm going to be brave. One of those stories takes us back to the days of our dear old friend, Mona Lott.
Oh, God.
There once was a queen, all sparkly and cool, who pestered the bouncer to give her a stool. And once she succeeded, she threw it and kneaded and knocked out the bouncer, that fool. Don't worry, no bouncers were actually harmed. Another time, and this is an example of why Will truly is an amazing friend. This was at the time when I had reached a low point in my life, and I fell victim to John's generous alcohol to soft drink ratio in cocktail making.
Sorry.
There once was a Dave who drank enough to fill up a tank. So with sweet, gentle care, Will held back my hair and made me feel safe and less rank. So Will is the cheekiest, loveliest, and most caring friend I know. He's difficult to sum up in just a few words, really, but I've tried to anyway, with a list of things that Will likes, does, has, or indeed is. So, there once was a list of characteristics that nearly defied my skill in linguistics. A hot, handsome beast, a laugh till you're creased, a way too strong tickle, a jar of sweet pickle. A dance to a beat, a game he can cheat. A dislike for mushroom, a love for the grum, a spasm called shiver, a drink for his liver, a loud booming cackle. There it is. A limb in a shackle. A big loving heart. A charming old heart. A dislike for feet. A preference for meat. A lip with some snut. A good high-heeled strut. A caring best friend. A peachy rear end. A love for a rhyme. A sweet merry time. A warm gentle soul. A fresh sausage roll. A shitload of skill. Yes, that's our dear Will. So it just remains for me to say, there once was a Dave who happily cried, "Your wedding knot has finally been tied. I love you both a lot, like a whole FM lot. May your life together be one sweet magic car." So raise it up with everything.
Keeping with tradition, we now have another day.
The other best.
The other best day.
Well, that's a bit of a hard act to follow. Thanks, David. Dave's known for being perfect at everything he puts his mind to. And it appears that Best Man's speeches is no exception. So I maybe should have gone first. But yours isn't as good, John. Sorry. Right, I too was given 5 minutes, so I'll try and keep it to that. Right, I'm not here to talk about Dave, but I am here to talk about another David. David John Robert Davis. Such a grand name. And soon to be even longer. I mean, who has 5 names? Well, Will is going to have 5 names as well. Thankfully, you go by the name of John, as there's no room up here for more than 2 names. John Davis. Where do I start? Well, our friendship started on the 8th of November 2018. And we've always joked that it feels like we've known each other for a lot longer. We started as gym buddies. But if I'm honest, I was just there for the laurels. And the hot guys. I couldn't even really keep up. John, on the other hand, takes his gym sessions very seriously. Now, I'm not saying John's vain, but I would constantly get asked, David, are you watching me? In reality, it didn't matter, as he was normally watching himself. And I've definitely caught him on many occasions kissing his flexed biceps when no one else was watching. During COVID, our gym sessions turned into running, and this became a weekly routine every Thursday morning. And for me, those Thursday morning runs are more than just exercise. They're a time where we chat. Whichever one of us is going through something in life, and the other one listens. And John is the greatest listener. He's very good at turning a dilemma into a positive. And he has his classic line of, tomorrow is another day, which is very true. He's such a great cheerleader to his friends, his family, and the wider community. And you only have to look at Penarth View to see what his involvement within the town is, and this is evidence. Now, as the best man, I know it's my duty to regale you with embarrassing anecdotes. And I know John has been very worried about this. To be honest, there are just too many to even know where to start, and most of them aren't PG. And I also didn't think it was fair to tell all of his friends and family about the time you left your pubic hair on the paper for guests to see, and the time when you went to roast in London, and, well, anyway, so instead, I'm just going to take them in out of some of your personality traits. So, John loves to tell a joke. Now, the trouble is, he's not very good at delivery. And he often tells the punchline during the opening sentence. So I'm just going to share the one that he told me most recently on a run. No. So there were 2 women. They were travelling along a cobbled road, and one said to the other, "This way doesn't normally make me come." Oh, hang on. No, I shouldn't have told you about the cobbled road yet. She was telling the other one that she doesn't normally come this way. And the second one said, "Well, I suppose it's the cobbles." By which point, the moments passed, honestly, we're all in fits of laughter, particularly John, who was laughing at himself. Now, talking of John finding himself funny, when he happens to crack an off-the-cuff joke, his go-to comment is, "Quick, Write that down, Will. So, Will, I would like to finally give you the book you've always needed. And this book is Will's book of funny anecdotes that John has asked him to write down. Now, John is one of the kindest people I know. And I'm not going to say he's one of the funniest people I know, because we won't get sent through the door. He's the Penarth praising person. He's the DIY doing demon. The ever-expanding entrepreneur, the Glastonbury going guy, forever fun friend, and basically, John, we all love you. You make the perfect duo and life adventure partners, and one of my favourite things is when both of you find something absolutely hilarious and we just lose you both in hysterics. It's so lovely, it's so heartwarming, and I love you both dearly, and I wish you all the joy and happiness for the future. And just to wind Dave up a little bit, and so John doesn't feel left out, I'm going to end on the limerick. Which I think Dave's very annoyed about. There once was a guy called John. His beautiful nature always shone. He lights up a room, even when dressed as a groom. It's easy to see why Will thought he's the one. And if you could all raise the glass to John.
Nothing else from me. Just to say, there are going to be some more speeches about 6:15. So have a lovely wedding breakfast, have a lovely time. Anyone that doesn't have a lovely time will have me and the other mistress to deal with. So yeah, congratulations, and we'll see you again shortly.
Because John and Will has not mentioned that I should only last 5 minutes. All they told me was, can you make it short? So short could be anything, correct? My glasses. Right. Will, John, family and friends. It's not very often that I have the opportunity to speak to willing listeners. But after the meal we've just eaten, I don't think any of you will be able to run away anywhere. It was wonderful. First, can I thank Will and John for the opportunity to do so today, because when I speak at home, nobody listens. Unfortunately. When John phoned me and asked, Adrian, can you say a few words? I thought to myself, right, I better check up to see what I'm supposed to speak about. So, like every youngster, I went to Google. And the first thing Google told me was, if you'll ever be nervous, just think of everybody that's in front of you in their underwear. So at the moment, you all look absolutely wonderful. Will and John, unfortunately, today wasn't the day to go commando. So, let me introduce myself. I am Sheila's little brother. Colin over there is the older brother. And those who have not worked it out as yet, I'm John's uncle. Or as Will would have said, I'm the idiot that let Winston escape from the back garden.
It was not a good
But to excuse myself, before Winston moved up to Cardiff, I would probably say that he was a bit broke. I would not have imagined putting Winston through a patio door, let alone a gap of 4 inches at the side gate to the property. But since he's come up to Cardiff, he's been pampered well. I think John and Will loves Winston more than what they love themselves. So when he came down, he'd already had a haircut. And as I said previously, he just pushed his way through a 4-inch gap in the gate, and he visited a few properties around the area. Fair to say, Winston's never come down again. Apart from in the car. So it has taken Will and John a long time to come to this day. Because 7 years ago, Alan and Diane were married, and I told Will at the time, you were next. But as you can see, it took him 7 years to do it. So, just a few words. And as we go to our party tonight, just remember, there's another party being held up there somewhere. Sheila and Glenn has organised for all the family, and I hope they don't make too much noise to disturb our party down here. I have a little story to tell if you would like. I'm not too long. Right. It's about a married couple who've been married for 50 years. And like every marriage, there are a few secrets that happened in that time. And in this marriage, the husband had a safe in the shed. And he'd given his wife strict orders not to go into the safe. But unfortunately, the gentleman had to go to hospital and he needed some documents out from the safe. So I had to explain to his wife where the key was and ask her to go into the safe and get the documents and bring them back to the hospital when she visited next. So in she went, opened the safe, and in the safe was a large envelope with £20,000 in the envelope and 3 eggs. She thought 3 eggs were a bit stupid to put in the safe, but never mind. So the next time she went to visit her husband in the hospital, she brought the documents to him and she asked, rather silly, why do you keep 3 eggs in the safe? And the husband felt a little bit guilty, and what he told her was, when I was unfaithful to you, I used to put an egg in the safe. She thought to herself, 50 years, 3 eggs, that's not bad, she said. And then she asked, what about the 20,000? And the husband thought, yeah, I better tell you, every time I had 6 eggs, I just sell it off. So Will, can I welcome you to the family? Even though you've been here a long time and you are much part of the family than anybody else. Thank you very much.
And I think as I'm here, next to Harry and Becky, I would like to... I can't say it more. Harry and Becky.
So we're here to talk to you today in the traditional ex-girlfriend's wedding speech.
Just to let you know, this speech is definitely going to be the PG-13 version. In year 9, John and me had a whirlwind romance on MSN Messenger. That's what he told me anyway. But it was doomed to fail because Kerry Digon's Wi-Fi was shit.
John's wooing skills advanced by year 10, and he took me on a really romantic first date to Burton's in Aberystwyth. We browsed menswear selection together. But I was also doomed to failure because we realised that neither of us were straight.
John definitely seems to have a type. Tall, a bit pale, a hint of ginger. And obviously boobs.
Boobs can't compete with Will's from Mona Lisa.
John moved on to bigger and better things. A young man called Haiku. We tried to be clever and write this speech like a haiku, but some things are best left for John behind the cinema in Carmarthen. Because we didn't have enough time for a haiku or a limerick.
That's what you get when you book Harry, you know.
John and Will have always so grown up. They were the first in our friendship group to buy a house, get their own ferrets. John was busy shopping for a Belfast sink at the age of 25. But John hasn't always been that responsible one. On holiday in Saundersfoot without Will, John used their first joint credit card and bought us all 2 bottles of Moet. But the champagne wasn't a taste of what was to come, and they've made such a success of their businesses. How does it feel to be Mr. Penarth, John? With a roof terrace over the bay?
Let's talk about Will. I've never met a man who likes a Malibu coat and burgers almost as much as he loves a late night olive. His singing voice is stunning, and it's even taken him on an international tour. I'm lucky to have been able to have joined him on some of his more glamorous bookings, like a pub down a back street in Bedford. Will's singing voice takes after his dad, Lee, and it's so good, it's only beaten by Shirley Bassey. Will's
the hostess with the mostess and always looking out for you. He makes stunning poached eggs in the morning, and there's been plenty of mornings where we've needed a hangover breakfast.
But we're all much classier now. We're renting cottages instead of waking up on scruffy sofas. But not that grown up. John still relives his bartending days in Icon. He's busy, a bit of an expert using cafetières to make mojitos.
And Will is still streaking around gardens and dressing up in ghostly Welsh lady costumes.
The only shame is that we didn't meet earlier, so we'd been friends with Will in school. But mostly we had lots more embarrassing stories that we could have told you about.
But then, as ex-girlfriends, we most probably would have hated you.
It's never too late to change your mind.
Come on,
We've known and loved them for nearly 25 years now, and they're the kindest, funniest, most generous pair of friends anyone would wish to have, and we couldn't love both of you anymore.
Cheers to growing ever older together, but never really growing up. Cheers, darling.
Now, a special segment the afternoon. There's a surprise.
Oh.
It's a stripper.
Out in that box.
It's yours.
Don't open it yet. Okay. Go on, I'm scared. So, Will and John love a project, and when they do have a project, such as organising an event like this, they like being in control of things. Like, a lot. So when Dave and I told them that we would organise a surprise for them, they got pretty nervous. And it took quite some convincing to reassure them that it would all be okay. So it's now finally time to reveal the surprise Dave and I have been working on together, with all of your help, although most of you don't really know what we've been up to either. But first I would like to just say thank you to all of you for your contributions and your patience with us pestering you with text messages and requests again and again. And for some of you, again. So, John and Will are an integral part of our Penarth community here. They are involved, supportive of local businesses, and are contributing to our community here with their innovative businesses at Milkshed and their magazine Penarth View, which has been going strong ever since they took it over several years ago. But they don't know everything that's going on in town. And also, not everything that's going on with their own businesses. In fact, they don't know that just for one day, today, their own magazine, Penarth View, has been rebranded and has published a limited edition to celebrate their wedding. You may now open your boxes.
You can check this and then yeah.
Got 1 minute. So here it is. Our new picture of Will and John Hughes, looking exactly like a Penarth View magazine, contains all of your lovely messages, anecdotes and photos. It contains exclusive interviews with Will and John's family about their childhoods, a detailed review of our stag do in January, and lots more. We've printed plenty of copies, so every guest take one home.
God!
And we hope you all enjoy the read. Yes, thank you all.
There's some really questionable hairstyles.
We know!
Oh my god! Oh god. Am I next?
I appreciate that you just had a lovely surprise. They're under no pressure. I think the moment that we've all been waiting
How?
to hear from the stars of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Will.
I have to keep this very short because I've told everyone else I've got less than 5 minutes. So, hello, shemai, bonjour, hola, ciao, g'day, Tim Scott. I was always told. I was always told when I was a kid that good things come to those who wait, and after 60 years being with the man that I love, and I'm filled with so much joy that we're finally now husbands. Ever since I met John, I felt like the luckiest man in the world, and just to have a caring, charming, handsome, intelligent, and driven man who has shown me so much love and inspires me to be a better person every day. I must have written this speech about 50 different times and to try and put into words how much I love John. But I came across a quote by James Baldwin, who I think perfectly captures my love for John, but also the love in this room. The longer I live, the more deeply that I learn that love, whether we call it friendship, or family, or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Gentle work, steadfast work, life-saving work, in those moments when life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from our view, but there's still a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it right back at you. In our best moments, we are that person forever. I'm a very lucky boy to have your bright light beamed at me every day, and I promise to keep telling myself that when you sing all the wrong words to my favourite songs and snore in unison with it. I know I can speak for us both when I say that we are having the best day. Celebrating with you all, I wanted to say some quick thank yous to everyone who's helped us make today happen and make us two of the happiest men alive. Firstly, thank you to all of you, our wonderful family and friends who are travelling near and very far to be with us today. Thank you so much. Our parents, my new father-in-law, Bryn, my wonderful mother, Sarah, and my wonderful dad, Lee, for all the support and money. The lovely Jamie and Rolly for being our wonderful mistresses at ceremony. They won't be very lucky though if you get on that. Our best man, Dave and Dave, for being the most wonderful friends and putting on the best stag that two grooms could ever wish for. And to Lauren Powell doing everything behind the scenes today, Pam, Nat and Jane who've gone out of their way to make our wedding breakfast so special. They really have gone out of their way today. Thank you so much. And to Lynn and Harry for our beautiful wedding cake. Thank you. And to Jake and Simon for our footage and photography, for Tony for our beautiful flowers, Nathan King and the rest of the wedding band and DJ Chino, we're going to get a party started. Karen and Leah are here, and thank you to every LGBTQ plus person who has campaigned to push the gay marriage rights bill through 10 years ago this year, so people like John and I can show our love for each other and have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else here in the UK. Diolch yn fawr iawn pawb, dwi'n garu di lawer y bynhaniad. To my gorgeous husband John, bydd gyda. Cheers.
I'm so pleased, really pleased and really happy to see all of our closest friends and all of our closest family here today. All under one roof on what I tried to call the Welsh Riviera. But the weather didn't play ball. And help us celebrate as Will and I both move forward to the next chapter of our lives. As husband and husband. Woo! Diolch yn fawr iawn am fod yma heddiw. Thank you so much for being here today. I had such a wonderful childhood, and that debt is entirely to Dad and to my wonderful and beautiful mum, and also to my beautiful sister. Diane. We shared so many happy times, ond oedden nhw'n ddyddiau da dros ben. Things have changed a lot since those times, but I'm still lucky to have the love and inspiration of my family at all times. I'd also like to mention Ivan. He's just smiled cheekily just now. And Betsan, who bring so much joy and laughter to our lives. They're already such wonderful children, and I know that they will grow into brilliant and exceptional adults. Ivan a Betsan, byddwch yn arbennig bob dydd, be special every day. And now, to my wonderful new husband, Will. You have brought so much joy, laughter and light into my life. You are my partner in every sense, my rock, my confidant, and my best friend. At times, life hasn't been the best for us, but your kindness, strength, and unwavering love have ensured we have persevered through those tough times and have made each other better people. Rydw i mor lwcus I bod gyda rhywun mor arbennig. I'm so lucky to be with someone so special. Thank you for standing by my side and for the endless support and love you have given me. I look forward to creating countless many memories with you. And after 16 long and very, very happy years together, one piece of advice I picked up is this. The secret is to always let the other person think they're right, even if they're clearly wrong. Just let them slowly come round to my way of thinking. Now, 16 years wrapped up just there. And I've also got a little quote. This time, though, from Belinda Carlisle, Cyndi Lauper, and Dolly Parton. So it's not quite so highbrow. So they sang a song called Gonna Be You. If it's gonna be anyone, it's gotta be you. You're the one that's always been there when I needed you. You cared. And I truly believe that. From the moment we met, I knew you were the one. Your love has been a constant source of strength and happiness in my life, and I'm forever grateful for that. Finally, I want to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this day possible, to our families and friends who have travelled near and far to celebrate with us. Diolch. To everyone who has helped organise, decorate and ensure that every detail was perfect, your efforts mean the world to us. Every bit of your hard work and love is deeply appreciated. Diolch am wneud y dydd hwn mor arbennig. Thank you for making this day so wonderful. We couldn't have done it without you. And now, let's raise a glass, because after all this planning, we definitely deserve a drink. Let's also raise a glass to love and to the beautiful journey ahead. Am gariad to love.
To love.
We go. Mistress one.
I believe now, guests, we are gathering for the. We're back over time actually, so someone didn't stick to the 5-minute rule. So please gather yonder. Mark? Yeah, right, let's go for it. Oh, good, let's go for it. Yes. Thank you.
We wait for the tide.
Thank you very much.
We did it! Let's get it!